Alright guys, as you can see, I'm wearing my fucking Resident Evil shirt. And I just stayed up for like an hour or so, I don't even know how long. I don't know why I'm not tired yet. Don't ask me. Alright. Ask the judge of Mofo Land. Me, aka Motherfucker Land. Watch out, Mr. Motherfucker. And I'm just playing. Okay, so I thought I'd make another side Resident Evil story before Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out, which we're like a few days away. Like 2 more weekends from now of this video, that is. So yeah, I didn't want to play the chainsaw demo because it's a demo, it's not the full game. Alright? In which I've already pre-ordered the full game. But however, we don't need to worry about that right now. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I pre-ordered, no, not pre-ordered, motherfucker. I made another side Resident Evil story tonight. It only has 3 chapters, but you don't know how long it's... You don't know how long it's gonna be. Alright, you don't know how long that's gonna be. It might seem like 3 chapters, like, oh wow. But, fear not, viewers. After I regain my strength, I'm gonna work on the last season of the anime that I'm working on called Rage. If you guys haven't checked out season 1, go ahead and check that out. And then, parts 1 and 2 of season 1, because that's all that's released right now for Rage. And then I'll be releasing season 2 at some point. Alright? Probably next weekend or later on sometime. Alright? Probably once daylight because I don't know. But season 3 is the last season of that anime, so go on and check it out if you want. So yeah. This is a road to Resident Evil 4 Remake. Alright, boys and girls. So welcome to the other side Resident Evil story I just made called Resident Evil Crow Forest. Yeah. Can I just say that Crow Forest will probably mess with your mind, although all kinds of Resident Evil shit messes with people's mind. Even the lore, that is. Which, speaking of, before we begin, let me know if you want some character lore or backstory lore, etc. Like, story lore in general. You already know the drill. But I want to know, after Resident Evil Crow Forest is released, I want to know in the comments section down below, who was your favorite character? That being said, viewers, that's the only thing I want you to comment. Other than that, you can comment whatever the fuck you want. That being said, viewers, welcome to another side Resident Evil story, officially in the Resident Evil universe of the side Resident Evil stories, called Resident Evil / Biohazard, if you go with the Japanese name, but we'll go with the English name. So, Resident Evil Crow Forest, a side Resident Evil story. And now we can get to chapter 1. So here we go, buckle up, because I don't know how long this is going to fucking be. Chapter 1. Casey hears about Crow Forest and tells his friends. Alright, here we go. In a small town named North Road, Casey Broadway would face hell with his 3 friends once he's heard of the Eco 67 virus in a place named Crow Forest. Guys, I have something to say. Have you ever heard of a place called Crow Forest and the virus known as the Eco-67 virus? Said Casey as his friends said no. Casey has a feeling of disappointment. Casey Brownway is age 17. He has short black hair, green eyes, white skin, and is wearing earrings, a black shirt, gray pants, brown shoes, and red gloves. But as Casey and his friends agreed to go check out Crow Forest, which was right next to their school a few blocks down, they agreed to go check out Crow Forest the next day. All of them for today went home. But as Casey had stayed up all night, he had saw his other self down his hallway from his room, all dressed like him, except with red eyes. Ace, I see you have injected a green liquid in you. Why? Said the other Casey with a smile of evil, as Casey answered, because I want to become stronger, to be more than what I am already. As Casey and the other Casey laughed with a desire to be God of evil. Casey could feel his self slipping away slowly. Casey is the only one who could see his other self and that has injected the Eco-67 virus in his body, but would soon regret his decision of injecting his self with the Eco-67 virus. This is Resident Evil Crow Forest, a side Resident Evil story. Chapter 1 is done. Yeah, so the chapters, they kind of fly by once you get to, once you get to know them, that is. I'm gonna lay against the wall, viewers, but you guys should be fine with that. Sorry about that. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Alright, here we go, viewers. Chapter 2, Enter Crow Forest. Holy shit. This forest is fucking big as fuck, said Dylan Iskarana as he looked around. As they entered Crow Forest, they didn't know what to think of it. All of them, that is. Dylan is age 13 and has short brown hair, blue eyes, white skin, and is wearing a brown shirt, a yellow jacket, gray pants, and brown boots. But as he took a peek of Emma's melons while she wasn't looking, Ben had split up from the group and found a Glock 17, but then he gave a loud yell and fell on the ground while holding the Glock 17 pistol in his left hand. Ben! Ben, where are you? Where are you at, Ben? Yelled Dylan as Casey found him. As Emma and Dylan saw Casey helping Ben to his feet, Ben said, "This guy is dead. Something is not right here. Also, I found this Glock 17 next to this dead corpse. Now we have self-protection. I wonder what he was using this for. Well, who gives a damn anyway," said Ben Koska as he saw Emma point at him, or so he thought. Ben is age 16. Ben has blue short hair, brown eyes, white skin, and is wearing a plain white shirt, a blue jacket, black glasses, black pants, and gray shoes. But as Casey ran to Emma and Dylan, Emma yelled, "Ben, behind you! A scarecrow! It's alive! Run to us, Ben!" yelled Emma Tanaki as they all saw the scarecrow stab Ben with a stick made of hay. Emma is age 14 and has short pink hair, blue eyes, large boobs, and a small butt and white skin, and is wearing a black shirt, blue pants, and pink shoes. But as Casey and Emma and Dylan ran to a medium-sized house in the woods, they went inside and locked it. But as Ben was still outside, he took out the stick made of hay that was in his chest or went through it. Then, as he fell to his knees in the forest, he screamed with an aching pain, "Help me! Emma, Dylan, Casey! Help me! Ah!" Then, as Ben's eyes were turned into blood, he hacked up a lot of hay and blood, but as Ben's ears turned into nothingness, meaning they disappeared, his face turned into hay with a bleached out look of scissor blades and a bleached out turned into bag with stitches. But as it was all that, then his body had fallen apart and turned into nothing but bugs and mud. Ben was dead, and all that remained of him was his clothes. Meanwhile, in the abandoned house. The hell was that? I do not hear Ben anymore. Is he dead? Oh, fuck, said Emma with fear as Casey said, "Emma, you still have us, so shut the hell up. We never should have came here. Okay, Dylan and Emma, let's enter this room here," said Casey as the three of them entered the living room. Casey could tell how slim their chances at survival was. Oh, one more chapter. Chapter 2 done. Alright, now to chapter 3, and I have to lay back for this one. Chapter 3, The Danger Within the House. "Casey, hear my voice. You all will die in this house," said the other Casey, with an evil glare. But as Casey endured this from his other self, he opened a door as he chose to ignore this warning. But as he opened the certain door to a huge room filled with water and another door, but as they crossed to a drier part of the room, Emma looked at the green water and saw it was nothing but kept going in a pit or whatever. But as she looked at the green water and saw it bubble, then backed up and turned around and saw Casey open the door with a knife and saw a lot of tentacles came out. Casey had looked at this and was afraid, along with Dylan. But as the tentacles came out from the water and grabbed Emma by the left ankle and pulled her down to the dry ground. As Casey told Dylan to hold the door, to hold it open, he grabbed a chainsaw and gave Dylan the knife. Then as Casey saw 20 more tentacles coming to him, he chopped them up with the chainsaw then chopped the tentacle that grabbed Emma. Then, as Casey and Emma ran into the door with Dylan, Dylan had closed it with such force and locked it. But, as the room turned out to be a workshop, Casey had lost it. He didn't know what was going on with him. Could this be his mistake from earlier by infecting himself? He couldn't control the rush of the Echo 67 virus in him. The other Casey, known as Charlene, took over Casey's body for good, as he now had red eyes. He said, "You are fools, and I'm not Casey anymore, in case that's what you're wondering why me saying that, and how I've been acting recently. No, I'm not Casey anymore. I'm an entity named Charlene. Now, I shall kill you then." Then, as Charlene turned around and cut off Emma's right arm with the chainsaw, Emma fell to her knees in pain as she screamed with such pain and agony, as some of her blood spilled on her face. Then, as she looked up, Charlene sliced off Emma's head. Her body fell forward on the ground as her head rolled under a bench. Dylan then watched Charlene turn into a bioweapon in fear, as Dylan had so much fear. This bioweapon named C0039T, aka the Bee Queen. Dylan didn't know what to think of this. Dylan then said, "Sorry, old friend, but you're a monster now." Then as Dylan mustered up the fear and used it to kill this monster, Dylan burned the entire house as he ran out of it. It killed the Bee Queen and burned the house to the ground with everything in it. As 10 days later skipped by, Dylan could only think of one thing. As it was 12:08 at night, he could only think of one of many things. "I miss my friends, Emma, Casey, and Ben. I can't believe they're all dead. It's not fair for them that I'm alive. And I lived. I'm just glad I'm home safe," said Dylan with relief as he looked out his bedroom window at the moon. Resident Evil Crow Forest. A side Resident Evil story done. Rated R, Chapter 3 done. So yeah, guys, that's Resident Evil Crow Forest. I really have nothing to say except I hope all of you enjoyed. Leave a like if you want to. Comment who your favorite character was, and something else if you really want to. Subscribe and hit the bell notifications so notified for new content on the channel. And as always, viewers, just like I said earlier, when Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out, since me and my dad pre-ordered it over at his house digitally on PS5, the deluxe edition, which was like $70, we'll be getting the goodies along with the original soundtrack. I'm hyped. And hyped for the lore as well. Well, viewers, that all being said and done, this has been Saki Nikaido, sub of Final to Anime 2023 here. And I'll see all of you in the next video. And I want to give a quick shout out to Lazy Gaming 7780. Alright, that all being said and done, viewers, I'll see all of you in the next video. Take it easy, guys and girls, and bye-bye.